Hi everyone. So in this video we are going to see about the resistive elements. So this slide is a bridge from the previous topic as we have seen voltage, current, power, energy. So before learning resistive elements, students must recall what electricity is and how current flows, why components are needed in a circuit. So electrical circuits are not just wires and power sources. So components control, store and regulate the electricity. As a real-time example, before driving a car fast, you recall brakes and steering. Similarly, before circuit analysis, we recall basic electrical ideas. So topics for discussion are why DC circuit elements are important. For example, conductor. So conductor is it allows current flow, and resistor it controls the current, and inductor it controls the current change, and capacitor it stores the electrical energy. So these elements appear everywhere in real life, from phone chargers to electric vehicles. As a real-time example, inside a mobile phone charger, all four elements are exist. For example, wires, say conductors, resistors to limit the current, and inductors to smooth the current, and capacitors to store and stabilize the voltage. So let's explore the foundation concepts, that is electricity, voltage, current resistance, and nature of current, that is AC or DC, and Ohm's law. So understanding resistive elements is impossible without knowing how voltage causes current and resistance opposites it. As a real-time example, if voltage is for water pressure and current is water flow, then resistive elements are taps, bends, and tanks that control the water. So, conductor. Conductor is a material that allows free flow of electrons due to low resistance. So, key points have to be remember is copper, aluminium, silver. Very low resistance used to connect the components, ideally no voltage drop. As a real-time example, house wiring. So it uses mainly copper conductor and charging cable of our mobile phones and bus bars in substations in HNEB and PCB tracks inside the electronic circuits. So without conductors, electricity cannot reach the devices. So next one comes is the resistor. A resistor is a component that limits or controls the current. So it converts electrical energy into heat. So the main functions are limits the current, divides the voltage, protects the components and generates heat intentionally in some cases. As a real-time example, fan regulator. So it controls speed using a resistance. An LED resistor prevents LED from burning, and the electric heater uses high resistance to produce the heat, and volume control knob in audio systems. So these are all uses the resistive property. Resistors are the most commonly used components in a DC circuits. So the next comes is the inductor. So an inductor opposes change in current by storing energy in a magnetic field. So main characteristics are it measured in Henry, that is the inductance measured in unit Henry, and acts as a short circuit in DC steady state and resists sudden current changes. So the real-time examples are choke coils in tube lights, SMPS power supplies, motor windings, electric vehicle power system. So inductors protect circuits from sudden current surges. So next one is the capacitor. So a capacitor stores energy in an electric field between two plates. So the main characteristics are measured in farads, acts as open circuit in DC steady state and can be polarized or non-polarized. The real-time examples are camera flash charging, power supply filters, mobile phone voltage stabilization, audio coupling circuits. Capacitors provide temporary energy storage and voltage smoothing. So resistor, inductor, capacitor, organization hierarchy. So this slide shows that R, L and C are not isolated elements but are organized together in a real-time system. It works as a team, shape the current and voltage behavior, so form filters, regulators and control circuits. As a real-time example, take a DC power supply. So resistors limits the current, inductors smooths the current and capacitors smooths the voltage. So DC circuit components. So this slide explains about the DC circuit elements. So what you are having here is the conductor. So provides path for current. And resistor limits current device voltage, and inductor stores energy in magnetic field, and capacitor stores in the electric field, and this shows the units for each electrical element. So the main applications of DC components in real time is, so mobile phones, for example. So resistors, capacitors, and inductors are mostly used, and in electric vehicles, inductors and capacitors for power control, and in solar systems, capacitors and inductors for filtering, and in embedded system, all DC components are utilized. Thank you.